Jason. I'm chairman of Carolina Gateways Partnership. I want to welcome everybody here. It's a pretty day. It's always nice to come out and have announcements for expansion with the parties between the city and the county and the Gateway. We work hard to try to keep industry growing in this town. I'd like to introduce right now Dale Carroll. He's the Deputy Secretary of Commerce to do the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you for what you do for the Carolina's Gateway Partnership. It's great to be here with you as the board chair and with John Gesselman, the CEO, and the members of his team that are here today. It's also a privilege and honor for me to share the platform here with Mr. Lloyd from the company, the commission chairman, and also the mayor pro tem. It's great to be here with all of you. It's my honor. You know, the Governor Bev Perdue and Commerce Secretary Keith Crisco have made it a priority to travel around the world to open up foreign markets, to thank companies that are headquartered and based with parent relationships in other parts around the globe, to just say thank you, to express our appreciation. Most recently, Commerce Secretary Keith Crisco called on some of the executives associated with Draka in Europe. He was there with Dallas Hardenbrook. He was also there with Todd Brennan from our Frankfurt office of the North Carolina Department of Commerce. We bring that global reach of having foreign offices around the globe back to North Carolina, and in this particular case, work with existing industry reps through the Department of Commerce, like my colleague Jason Semple from the Greenville, North Carolina regional office of the Department of Commerce. It all has a way of tying back together, as we say. Since 2009, businesses that we and our partners have worked with in the Department of Commerce have pledged to create more than 110,000 jobs across North Carolina, and over time are going to be investing $25 billion in round numbers, that's with a B, $25 billion in equipment, machinery, and facilities. We have had our ups and downs with the economy. I do not have to tell any group that I speak to this. But on a lighter note, while we get concerned about the overall economy and its ups and downs, let's face it, we're here today with a company that one of their products is in the elevator industry, so we need some things to keep going up and down. We hope so, forever, don't we? Draka already has a strong footprint here in your community. The company currently employs more than 130 people here at this facility. They also have other facilities in the state of North Carolina. And as I mentioned earlier, they have a global reach in terms of being a multinational corporation. Today I have the privilege of announcing on behalf of Governor Bev Perdue that the company plans to create an additional 67 jobs here at this facility and invest an additional $3.1 million. This will all happen over the next 3 years. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, as many of you know, these are good jobs. I did a tour of the plant earlier today. Good paying jobs, above the county average here in Nash County. This expansion was made possible in part by a grant from the One North Carolina Fund. Economic development, as some of you have heard me say before, I believe is the ultimate team sport because of all the partners that come together to make days like this possible. This includes the community college system and the local community college campus here, the county government that you'll hear from, the city government, the Carolina's Gateway Partnership that I mentioned earlier, and the North Carolina Rural Center in this particular project. One of the reasons that Draka chose North Carolina is because we've got a strong workforce, a top-notch business climate, consistently recognized not just by the private sector, but by independent groups that evaluate economic development. Groups like Site Selection Magazine and Southern Business and Development Magazine that go in and do an annual evaluation and produce rankings each year. We've got to continue to invest in education. Our future workforce is critical for quality companies like this. Again, it was very noticeable to me on the tour, the technology, the innovation that's being applied within the plant. I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw here today on the plant tour. So ladies and gentlemen, as I close out my remarks on the program, I'd like to ask Mr. Lloyd to please come over, and I'd like the other members of the party up here to get on each side of me, and I'm going to make a presentation on behalf of the governor. Come in a little bit if you will. Mr. Lloyd, on behalf of Governor Bev Perdue, I'd like to present you the official state China plate. It has our state seal on it. It was manufactured by Lennox China, another Eastern North Carolina-based company. In this case, their Kinston facility. It has our state motto on it, Esse quam videre. When you translate that from Latin to English, the translation is to be rather than to sing. And I saw a lot of reality back there on that plant tour, to be rather than to sing. Thank you for what you're doing in this part of North Carolina. Thank you very much.
You're going to hear me echo a lot of the same words of Mr. Carroll. I thank you very much. First, I'd like to start by thanking those making this opportunity possible. Thank you, Governor Bev Perdue, the North Carolina Department of Commerce, Secretary Crisco, Deputy Secretary Dale Carroll, and Industry Specialist John Semple for this generous grant from the One North Carolina Fund. Also, thank you to the Carolinas Gateway Partnership, specifically Frank Harris, and to the North Carolina Community Colleges, Nash County, represented today by Commissioner Chairman Fred Belfield, the North Carolina Rural Economics Development Center, and the City of Rocky Mount, represented today by Mayor Pro Tem Ruben Blackwell. Your assistance has helped Draka reach our goal of staying here and doing more. The Draka Elevator Products World Headquarters, under various ownership, has been in this county since its establishment over 40 years ago. As we know, a dedicated and skilled workforce is critical to the success of a business. I'm privileged to say that we have employees who stay at Draka for a lifetime career. Draka holds annual award ceremonies commemorating employees on their milestone anniversary, and each year we award people celebrating 35 years or more of service. Our turnover for full-time employees is incredibly low. This fact is a great contributor to what makes us one of the most notable, desirable producers of elevator products in the world. As a matter of interest, we currently have cables and products in the most notable buildings throughout the world, such as the New World Trade Center in New York City, the world's tallest and largest building and fastest elevators, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, all manufactured right here in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Although we do have manufacturing facilities in various parts of the world, including the Czech Republic, Turkey, Brazil, and China, we have made and held to the decision to limit those facilities to serve only local markets and not export to North America. This decision was made knowing the quality, productivity, service we generate right here could not be matched. A recent example to this correct decision: 2 years ago, two of the largest producers of elevators in the world decided to conduct business with an offshore Asian Pacific supplier. Just last week, it so happens, they both had a light bulb moment and reversed their decision, realizing that we have better skilled employees right here in Rocky Mount who produce a greater quality of product and that our service cannot be beat. We here at Draka have always taken pride in manufacturing products in the USA and specifically being part of the Nash County community. We have, however, recently experienced significant change. In March of last year, the owners and shareholders of Draka, a Netherlands holding company and the world's #8 cable producer, made a decision to sell to the Prysmian Group, an Italian-based multinational corporation headquartered in Milan, and the #2 cable producer. This in turn created the world's #1 cable company and the world leader in the industry of high-tech cables and systems for energy and telecommunications, with products ranging from elevator, automotive, aerospace, submarine, telecom, military defense, and many more. The Prysmian Group now represents 130 years of existence, doing business in 50 countries with 97 plants, 20 R&D centers, and 22,000 employees. There are many synergies between the two companies that came together that made this consolidation successful. Although the transition was smooth, as with any merger, there's a need to review the company's global footprint, in terms of facility capacity, manufacturing locations, and so forth. We as leadership knew we could offer more support to Prismian and best serve the company if we remained in this community. It was at this time we recognized the need to reach out to state and local commerce organizations, and we are pleased to say that our needs have been addressed and our efforts have been successful. I'm excited to believe the future is secure for Draka Elevator products in this community. With the funds from this grant, we plan to add job opportunities now and in the future at our manufacturing facility here and our distribution center in Gold Rock. To further deepen our roots in this community, we have recently decided to purchase this property on North Church Street, which we've previously leased until now. We also plan to invest in additional equipment needed to manufacture elevator and now telecommunication products. Plans are underway to make many investments and much needed improvements to the property to improve our work environment. This undertaking is further supported by the Rural Centers Reuse Grant we recently have been awarded. Thanks to each and every Draka employee for coming to work every day, expressing a positive attitude toward helping us reach our goals to stay here and do more. Their dedication to our quality products and to customer service has contributed to our success and as a business, and I am honored to stand here today and representing them accepting this generous grant. To quote Jonas Salk, American researcher who invented the polio vaccine, I feel that the greatest reward for doing is the opportunity to do more. Thank you for the substantial opportunity to do more, and we will. I'd like now to introduce Commissioner Chairman Fred Bell.
Good afternoon to everyone. This is a joyous time when you can come together as a company to announce expansion and creation of more jobs. Namely, we're talking about 67. Draka is an existing company in the Twin Counties, especially here in Nash County, who's adding more jobs. This is one of the areas that I have been concerned about and have mentioned it and talked about it, that our existing companies, we need to keep a watch on them and do what we can to help them to expand. So I'm happy to be here at this moment to see a company that exists here announce expansion. And they're expanding from elevators into cable, called 4G cell cables, and that is great. This momentous occasion, I'd just like to salute this company on behalf of the Nash County Board of Commissioners for taking this adventure and moving out and creating more jobs, which helps economic development here in Nash County. We salute you. Thank you. Well, I'm the wrap-up guy. Is that all right?
I'm Reuben Blackwell. I'm a member of City Council, and I'd like to stand here on behalf of the entire Rocky Mount City Council and join with me, I believe, by Chris Miller, who is the incoming Mayor Pro Tem. I'm outgoing in the absence of our mayor and our city manager and our great team here of folks that work hard to make sure that Rocky Mount grows and prospers. We are really excited today. There's nothing I can add that's new to what already has been said, but what we do know is this. If you just give us a chance in the Twin Counties, just give us a chance, we'll prove to you that not only do we want your investment, but we'll help you make money as you value our employees and help build our community. We want to thank Sterling and thank Draka for giving Rocky Mount that chance to grow and prosper and build elevators that work. Isn't that great to be able to push a button and it really does go where you want it to go? So thank you for making elevators that work and work best all over the world. And thank you for giving us a chance in Rocky Mount to show that our people are able to compete with anybody from around the world. And no matter what anybody says, I believe that education is best in the USA, it's best in North Carolina, and guess what? It's best in Rocky Mount, the Twin Counties area. Thank you, Draka, for helping to invest in our community and moving us forward. And we also want to thank the Carolinas Gateway Partnership, the Department of Commerce, and the governments that work along with private industry to help make opportunities happen and keep happening so that our people can stay employed and move forward and have a good earning opportunity. We just like to make sure that as the companies prosper, people prosper too. And Draka, you're proving that you're doing that, and we thank you so much. And I'm going to just say this last thing. I have a script, and Charles knows I never stick to it. Okay, but I think that's better. It would take more time if I read off this paper than just speaking from my heart. But one of the things our city manager has told us is that while other folks are going where everybody else seems to be following, we want to go where the opportunity is before it gets there. And so you're helping us show existing industries that this is a place that you can invest and get a return on your investment from, and a place that you can grow long-term with results that produce jobs and good income for our companies. Thank you so much. Congratulations again. We're here with you today and in the future. Thank you so much.
That adjourns the meeting. Thank you.